Don't have much to report for the Hyatt Park, community, other than you guys did experience a good many of, auto breaking. Some unsecured, some secured. I think we had one where a firearm was stolen out of a vehicle, that the car was unsecured. It was in the glove box, but they basically went in the glove box. So just be mindful to tell your neighbors, your community people, don't leave firearms in the cars. That's what these individuals are mostly looking for, is the firearms. They're leaving $50 change, $20 change, they're leaving that, they're looking for firearms. So, just make sure that you tell them that, security car, they're not even looking for your laptops and your smartphones. They're looking for one thing and one thing only. But that's the only thing I have for Hyatt Park community. Unless you have any questions for CPD, any concerns?
Radar, are we running radar around town at all?
Yes. Our traffic unit is mostly in the school zones in the morning between 6, about 8:39, and then in the afternoon. So between, when they're not in school zone, they're in community. Where you got your speed complaint at?
Well, our street, I've been trying to get radar run on it for, I don't know, 30 years, but, you know, not long.
What street?
Wildwood and Ridgewood and Marcello,
Okay.
it was widened and sidewalks put on and with some striping put down with, I guess the intention of traffic calming, but it's a speedway.
Okay.
It's a cut through it.
I'll ask, I have a guy that's assigned to North Region, so I'll have him pay put some attention over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
do that. No, that's no problem. Anything else for the CPD? All right, I'm gonna let,
Can we have your
Sergeant.
hand up? Can we have your hand, sir?
Captain Hicks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We're learning here, we're learning. Did you want to give your cell phone number?
Yes, I've given out before, but it's 803.
Got a new sheriff in town now.
Oh, yeah. 803-413-8507.
Before I say anything, I'm gonna let Master Deputy Moore introduce himself.
How y'all doing? All right, so I'm Master Deputy Moore, Rich County Sheriff's Office. I know y'all used to seeing Braylon here. Me and Braylon, we traded spots. He went down to lower end with the horses and goats, and I got to come to civilization for a little bit. So, a little bit about myself. I've been in law enforcement since 2016. I've been with the Sheriff's Office going on 2 years now. Been on the CAT team for most of those 2 years now. Me and Braylon, we work almost just alike. We like to go out here and get it. So if we see something, we're gonna address it. If y'all see something and y'all see me riding through the neighborhoods and y'all need to stop me, let me know what's going on and I'll see if we can address it. We work co-in-hand with the city as much as we can. I'm a country boy and I'm an open book, so you get what you see.
You might wanna write these, two numbers down on that board. I'm gonna give you some numbers. You might wanna write them down. The first number is gonna be 576. Put 803 in front of it. 576-3070. And the second number is gonna be 803-576-3034. Okay. Okay, I've been sharing this with all the communities that we attend. We go to a lot of community meetings. Those two numbers are numbers to the youth program, youth services program. Did y'all know that the sheriff's department has a youth services program? Okay, all right. Now, I'm quite sure that y'all heard the sheriff get on national television or local television, press conference, and he's very serious about locking up parents when your children are going out here committing crimes and the parents are trying to cover it up. Now, he's not interested in locking parents up that recognize that their child has committed a crime, and they're trying to do everything to help that child from the legal way, okay? All right? You understand what I'm talking about when I say that, the legal way? Because we had a 13-year-old that shot our K9 dog not too long ago, and was shooting at the officers, 13 years old, in a stolen car, 3 o'clock in the morning, jumps out of the car, we chase him, he's shooting at us, and he shot the dog. The mother tried to cover it up. Okay? Those are the ones he's targeting. We had another incident somewhere out on Broadway Road, I don't know the whole story about it, where the parent tried to cover another one up. This is a separate incident. Those are the ones that he's targeting. And he's doing it for a good reason. Because if you got a parent that has a child that's out there 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, riding around in a stolen car with a stolen handgun, shooting at police and shooting at, not only at police, shooting at each other. And the parent is trying to cover it up, that's an accessory to a crime. So that's the reason why he's targeted. Okay, now, the sheriff department has a youth program to help juveniles, females, males, you know, because we recognize that parents have problems at home with their children. So we have a program. Those 2 numbers I gave you are the 2 numbers where you can call our youth program and set up an appointment to bring a child in to have some counseling, or motivation type counseling, or anything that they need help with. And we have several programs. We have a bridge program. Believe it or not, the bridge program deals with children from 8 to 10, okay? Because some children at 8 and 10, they need some motivation too. We also have Camp Lock, that's in the summertime, it's like a boot camp. Anybody ever been in the military, boot camp is where these young men, young ladies, they go through some physical training along with motivation counseling, okay? We have what we call an Explorer Post 601 program, a Richmond County Mentoring Matters program, and we have a Jump Start program. We have a parent workshop for the parents, youth arbitration, and youth and parent empowerment academy for the child and the parent. Now, if you go on our website, you can pull these programs up and they will detail what each program does, okay? You want to go on the website, you can pull it up on the sheriff's website, richmondcountyrcsd.net. It's Richmond County Sheriff Department, rcsd.net, that's it, okay? You can pull that up and you can click on the youth program and it will detail each one of these programs, tell you what each one of these programs do. Now, our youth services program, where they're located at, it's off of Bishop Avenue, off of Monticello, off of Donald Drive. You go down Monticello, make a left on Donald, and runs dead end right into Bishop Avenue. It's located at the old Keenan Terrace Elementary School. Okay, that's where we're located at. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions about anything that Master Deputy Moore touched on and what I touched on? Anybody have any questions? No, any concerns?
You know, I've never really understood, like, what the jurisdiction is between the sheriff's office and the Columbia Police Department. I wonder if
That's a good question. I'm gonna break it down to you real simple like that. I'm gonna answer your question. The Richmond County Sheriff's Department, us as a whole, we have jurisdiction throughout the whole county. We can stop people in the city limits. We can go to Blythewood, Eastover, Hopkins, Ballantyne, White Rock. If it's in Richmond County, it's ours when it comes to jurisdiction. The city of Columbia only has jurisdiction within the city limits, which is located in the county. That's the reason why we attend y'all meetings, because the city is in the county. If you look at your taxes you pay every year, you can see city and county taxes you pay on your vehicles and on your home. If you live in the county, you only pay county taxes. That explains it.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yes, sir, you have a question?
So I'm thinking about, at-risk youth. I mean, we talk about it all the time, and you know, that a lot of kids seem to be totally in their own world.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up too, because I was at a workshop at a church off of Bush River Road. I was invited there to speak, basically off of youth violence. And there was a young lady there, I cannot remember her name, she spoke. She was a mental health counselor for children. And she was saying that along with some of the kids or youth that I had committing crimes and doing things that they shouldn't be doing, she said also a lot of these children have mental health issues. And we have to learn how to recognize it as parents, because, you know, a child might need some mental health treatment, you know. And so she spoke about an hour and a half on it, and I learned a lot that she spoke on. But with the sheriff department, along with the city, we do have a mental health unit, to where if we get a call at a residence where there's a mental health issue, and the officer gets there, they will call this unit, and this unit has a specialist in mental health riding with that unit that will come in there and do an evaluation on that person to see what the best help that we can get for that person. So,
So I have a follow-up question to that. So, does the sheriff's department have social workers, maybe sworn in, but not necessarily, you know, walking in with a gun, sort of the softer side of law enforcement, guys riding with anybody? Like that?
we have what we call an arbitration, person that works with us, works with the youth. And we do have chaplains that work in the department that rides with the deputies. You know, so I hope that answers your question.
I was kind of thinking about the point of the programs, these intervention programs. You know, you're enforcing the law. Somebody else is looking at, what am I looking at here? Somebody broke the law, but who am I looking at? And that's why I'm thinking about more of the social program aspect.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why we have, one of our youth programs, they have a youth and parent empowerment academy for the parent and the child, where the parent can come in with the child, and we have what we call a parent workshop. And we have a youth arbitration, and those programs are designed to help the parent and the child at the same time, because all children don't deserve to go to DJJ. You know, they may need a little help, they might need some motivation, they might need a positive role model to come in, and so that's what these programs are designed for. You know, and that's the reason why I put those numbers out here, because there's a lot of things that the sheriff department offer in these programs that's related to what you just got finished talking about. Okay? All right. Anybody have any questions? All right, thank y'all. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, okay. So I want to, the next thing is approval of the minutes, which were emailed out to everybody a couple of days ago. And I want to just acknowledge Deb has been learning the MailChimp system. And, you know, like we're all sort of the blind leading the blind, trying to figure out how this thing works. So she managed to get the whole thing sent out yesterday, and it looks good to me anyway. So if you had a chance to read through the minutes, if you could, you know, if I could hear a motion to approve. Thank you, Mona. And Ms. Pat back there is seconding. So, any discussion, any corrections? I took the minutes last time, so, you know, it's probably riddled with errors. So,
We're ready to move on.
well, hearing no corrections, I will, what's the correct Robert's Rules of Order thing? We approve by acclamation. That sounds good, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, all right. A couple of Hyatt Park events. We've got information about the Easter egg roll. And do you want to say anything about that, Michelle?
No, sir. Everything is self-explanatory on that flyer.
Yeah.
Just fill in for Jamaica.
I will say that, last year they were looking for volunteers to help out, so, if you are, if you'd like to help, I'm sure that they could use some assistance and, you know, just gotta put the candy all over the place and, you know, do all that stuff, so.
Is that Hyde Park?
It's at Hyatt Park. Noon to 3:30, just like it says. Okay. Couple of other things. I noticed on today's city council agenda that at tomorrow's meeting, they will take up the purchase of 6 triangular canopies for Hyatt Park. So apparently there's gonna be some shade sales out there, which I think it sounds pretty good. So I don't know what the timeline is on getting those, but they are scheduled to approve the purchase tomorrow. Also, there's an announcement that the north end of Riverfront Park will be closed starting today, going through May 5th. And that is for construction of, they're gonna be working on the canal and fixing that. They said that the entire trail, however, will be open from the other end of the park. So you can still have access to essentially the entire park, but just the dam area is gonna be off limits for a little while. Yeah, so that's what I know about Hyatt Park events. So, see, we're learning as we go here, so. Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
There are 2 Elizabeths sitting one in front of the other, but we have a new person here, and I just wanted to acknowledge that you're here, and I don't know if you want to say a word or two, but
I just moved in on Palmetto Avenue and just want to be a part of the neighborhood. Excited to be here.
welcome.
Good
Yeah,
to have you here.
so, terrific. And time for reports. How about treasurer's report?
Our current balance is $6,732.68. Most of the changes over the past month were a check to Debbie to reimburse her for some Christmas stuff for the Christmas party, and then the income was all, membership dues. Oh, and our $500, that actually went on February. But yeah, and we also, in February, we gained the $500 for winning the competition.
Oh, that's right, the tree decorating competition. Yeah, cool. All right. And I suppose if anybody was around the park yesterday, they would have seen just many people. It was amazing. The word I got was that Asia Wilson was there promoting her new line of Nike kicks. And there were, I don't know, hundreds of people. Were you there? Did you have to work?
Yes, I was there. And she also gave young girls jerseys, uniforms, along with some free pair of sneakers.
Oh.
And the entire community got a chance to eat from Big T's Barbecue catering with no line. You just get a ticket and eat. And it was beautiful. Yeah. And free water everywhere, like these right here.
Oh, man.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so, things are happening. Things are happening at Hyatt Park. All right, anything from membership? I don't even know I think that's Ty, isn't it? We may have to add some people to the membership committee. So, no report there, I assume. National Night Out, anything new?
No,
Is that?
Family's kosher, same.
Okay. And beautification.
Oh, we always got something going beautiful in the neighborhood. I had about 10 or 11 things that I sent in to the city for us to to look at for our community. So, yes, we do have, we have some things to correct. And if you all look at the police department around the footing of the building, the new mulch and new plants and everything around there. We may need to get a new flag out there, but we're doing something. We're trying to, and I want you to know, Hyde Park has, the city of Columbia was diligent in getting, our shed at the garden, this week, and they were also working very hard to get that playground, up and running as a result of Ms. Bessie sending back a separate email to try to find out when we were gonna get it done. And they got that open, they put the footing around, they opened it up, and children are they're down there playing today. I mean, all day today and yesterday.
Yeah.
And so we're working on it. We hadn't gotten it completed, but we're working on it.
I saw the tables and chairs are out there
Yeah,
now
they have
too,
the
so
tables.
there's a place for the parents to go.
Yeah.
I did notice that, as I was walking around, not on the playground, but near it, that the ground was kind of squishy,
Yes, it is.
and so maybe we can do something about that, I don't know.
Yeah, there was, last week there was a pipe broke, next to the playground, and, a water pipe, and I don't know if that's why it's so.
They broke the sprinkler system while they were, bringing in the rocks or the decorative rocks
Yeah.
around. They broke the sprinkler system down there, so I'm not sure who's responsible for replacing it and fixing it. But I was down there with all three of the park and recreation, leaders, and they were saying they were trying to get it up and running for us, and they did. This week, they got it up and running.
That was so timely with Asia's,
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they tried to get that done before Asia came to,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a comment about the playground, in addition to the squishiness, but it's actually very nice, and if anybody wants to check it out, and there's an interesting thing, it's in between the jungle gym area and the swings is a curious, thing, but I figured out what it is. It's kind of
Kind of a zip line
a
kind of
zip
idea.
line, yeah, it's a zip line, yeah.
It is a zip line.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
So, yeah, I never had one of those when I was a kid. I feel right now.
Oh, yeah.
But, I know that there had just been a big call for swings for so many years. And now they have 4 swings, but they're all baby swings.
That's correct.
And
And isn't that something?
I just thought maybe we could ask them to replace 2 of the baby swings with some regular swings.
They said they were going to,
Oh, they did?
yes, but then I was asking them, they said, we're gonna replace the 2, because there were so many baby swings like you said.
Yeah.
And so they said they're gonna put 2 adult swings where the 2 baby swings are, and you have to be 125 pounds. I said, what adult? So it must be adult children.
Adult children.
Yes, because,
Big children.
but I told them adults like to swing as well. That helps with your mental and all, everything. But I wouldn't be getting on that, I guess. If I lose 5 pounds,
But they did say they're gonna replace.
I heard them talk about it.
Okay.
That's all right, but bring it up to them.
I will. I mean, I
Yes.
think we should.
Bring, I
Because
think
you should have one
Bring
separate
it up to.
for the bigger
I
group.
That's
called,
true. Yeah, because it can't
Mr.
work
Bryant.
that,
Was it to make it twist?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
When you did that, you like, put your
And
hand
then,
up.
well,
I had to
just
go on
in
that ask
terms
for
of
the
the park,
animal thing.
Yeah.
the one
Put
really
things up in
outstanding request that's never been met, and now is even more important now that we have the playground, is the exterior fence for the, circumference, what am I trying to say? Perimeter, thank you, yeah, so, I think that's something we need to push for now.
Okay.
They are really hesitant about that, as we've heard.
On Main Street,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, I agree with you, I'm just saying that we've gotten a lot of pushback from them on that.
Yeah.
They want,
We still trying to get.
well, what they've said is that they want the police to be able to run into the park from any direction if they need to. Yeah. All right. So this was, the next item, after beautification was the Hyatt Park Committee report. Sounds like we've kind of had that.
Yeah. Right, but
But,
there's just one more thing,
yeah.
I'm sorry, about Hyatt Park, and that is, whether or not we're going to sponsor, someone for the summer camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have so much right now, we're just like brimming with money. I would like to suggest, not brimming with money. I think we should sponsor 2 kids. Just, what are
Wow.
we doing with our $6,700?
Well, let's just throw caution to the wind here.
Well, and didn't we talk about last year splitting it up over a couple of kids maybe, or doing it as a partial
Yeah,
payment?
well, you know, it's a week by week thing, right? And you
Uh-huh.
pay for each week.
Okay.
And so we were thinking that we would end up sponsoring, you know,
One
different
child,
kids
yeah.
during different periods. And then it turned out it was the same kid the whole time. So, but I don't know why we couldn't do that if everybody likes the idea. And I think,
That sounds complicated.
I think it's true. No, I'm just saying that if we wanted to sponsor 2 kids,
Yeah.
then.
Let me make sure, I'm not sure that the full $6,700 is ours, some of that might be grant money. I mean, I think the vast majority of it is ours,
Mhm.
but I don't wanna say, oh yeah, we've got $6,700 to spend, when really we've only got $5,700 to spend.
Yeah.
Right.
Because $1,000 to a grant.
Well, the 5,700 could sponsor about 10 kids.
Right, I'm not at all knocking, I love the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
I say sponsor money, we can. I'm just saying, I'm not sure all of this isn't allocated somewhere, cause I didn't bring my, laptop.
Right. But Michelle did.
Michelle, I know that you are not, you know, you may not know all of this information, but do you know how much the,
Summer camp is?
the
It's
camp?
$85 plus a look.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Piece of paper.
Oh, yes. It's $85 plus a $55, activity fee. And, well, yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna get a piece of paper, I wasn't gonna receive.
How many weeks is that? I don't know how many weeks. It's from June 9 to August 1st. I think they give you a week, from what I remember from last year, they give you a week out of school, then you go to camp, and then you keep going to camp until a week before school, give you a chance to just kind of get yourself together for 7 weeks? 7 weeks.
Okay, 7
And
weeks.
there's an optional end of summer trip to Carowinds. Costs a little extra, but, you know, but I don't know, that.
Oh, we can
Leadership.
So, all right, do we want to make a motion and all of that at this point, or do you want to wait until we're closer to the time? Time is wasted.
That's a lot of money.
I would believe that we sponsor 2 kids. I'll second that.
All right.
I know we can cover 2 kids.
We gotta figure out how much is that grant money in that, in that 6,700. We gotta figure out how much is
Right,
grant money and how
if
much
we
is
did 2
community.
kids, that'd be, $1,300, plus if we send them to Carowinds, that'd be 1,510. And I know that we have at least that much money of our own in the account.
So, moved and seconded, other discussion before we,
Thank you, ma'am.
before we vote?
If I might, this would include the Carolyn?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to.
Yeah, we can't have this Carowinds.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
I just wonder how many kids that are in the program can't afford the Carolyn on top of it.
Mhm.
Maybe we ought to consider some of those kids just the Carolyn.
Mhm. So, in other words, add some on to support kids who go to the camp, but they can't afford to go to Carowinds.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Is that what you're saying?
How much is that? Is it
It's $105.
Yeah, $105
per
per
person.
$105. So if you sponsor one child and then pay for 5 camps, you're talking about money.
So I mean, I think this is
Yeah, it's like.
generous. This is good.
No.
I like it.
Yeah.
So there's some suggestion that we add on a couple more kids that we would support to just for going to Carolyn.
That's true, that's true.
So, I don't know if that's part of that original emotion or if we just sort of added on. Cause we're sticklers for Robert's rules here, right?
What's the number we're looking at?
I got $13.50 for 2 kids. Is that
You
right?
get $13.50 for 2.
I thought it was 7 times 85.
So you're talking about
Plus
$55 and one time.
for 1 kid, so you double that, unless my math.
Yeah, plus
is-
$55 activity fee
And then
per
for each
kid,
kid, right?
and then $105 for Carowinds.
Right, so that's 210 and 110 plus the total.
Thank you.
You get $13.50 for both of them? I think that's awesome. I'm terrible at that.
I got $15.10 for both of them.
I just had
$85 a week for 8 weeks.
7 weeks.
It says 8 in
Oh,
here.
it does?
Oh, is it 8 or is it 7?
Or is it 8?
Okay, I'll redo it with 8.
Okay.
Before we go committing money to the extra kids to Carol.
Right.
We might wanna ask them if that's an issue.
Well, that's true, they may
Well,
not
that
know.
one's not gonna, that doesn't come up for until July, so I think we could hold off on that decision.
That'll be amended until the next meeting, let's get this first part of it taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a Right. good So, any more discussion on the original motion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Looks like we're supporting a couple of kids to go to camp. Great, thank you. Just a couple of new business items and then we'll open the floor and if there are other things. One is that, we got the word from the penny tax people that that Sunset Drive, they are getting ready to start touring the sidewalk.
Don't
which
believe
is
it.
great. We'll believe it when we see it, but we're hearing that. The thing that took the time was that they had to build a retaining wall to keep the roadway from sliding into the Smith Branch. And in addition to that, there were some water pipes in the roadway that they had to move. So that's what has taken so much time in terms of getting that done. But they said as soon as that is finished and the new road surface is put down, then they can open the road for traffic again. It'll probably still be like 1 lane during the week while they're working on the sidewalk, but the road itself will be open, so people will be able to get through there. And just a reminder that as soon as this whole project gets done, which is supposed to be by June, then the next thing that's gonna happen is they're gonna close River Drive through Earlwood so that they can replace the train bridge that's up near Main Street. So, and that'll be another couple of years. So we're gonna have traffic being rerouted down Main Street and then through Sunset Drive. So it's still gonna be pretty intense there for a while longer.
Being a speeding zone,
I know.
the traffic has picked up just from them opening up
It's true,
a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, yeah.
On that, Bob, are we gonna have a celebration day or a completion day? Are we gonna have a little drop-in, combined with Earlwood Park and Hyde Park? Is that
I
a
haven't heard anything
possibility?
about that, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think we should, to make sure that we have a completion date and do a ribbon or whatever celebration they do at a completion. I'm sure.
Yeah, we can ceremoniously topple the barricade down.
Barricade bonfire.
And then run.
Bonfire.
Whatever they do.
Whatever they do.
I have not made any progress on the proposal to do, to rename Main Street, Sam Davis Way.
No.
So, and I think that's something we wanna be doing with Seminary Ridge neighborhood, so, I just haven't done anything on that, so hopefully I'll have more to report next month.
Yeah, we were just gonna, it's not, they're not gonna really rename the street, they're just gonna add the, okay.
Yeah, it'll be one of those honorary street names, yeah.
And they had it, at one time, they proposed having Main Street as Sam Davis Way.
Right.
All of Main Street, but as I told Ty, it's good to have a backup plan, just in case they don't agree with having Main Street named after Sam Davis Way. And I just gave him a suggestion, maybe when they finish Sunset, from Sunset to River Drive, that particular quarter of Sunset could be named Sam Davis Way. That was just a thought, I mean, backup plan in case they talk with you about it. Because Main Street is really, I don't know if they can do, I don't know whether they would do that. I don't know.
Well, I think we need to, before we get to that point, maybe apply a little persuasive power to the mayor or something.
Okay. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, all right. And I just got an email from the Columbia International University. They are going to have a day of service on April 1st.
April 5th, I thought. I think it's April 5th.
But they are asking neighborhoods if we have any projects that we might like to get a crew of students from the university to help out with. So I don't know if we want to try and do something with the pollinator garden or something.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it might be April 5th, because that's a Saturday.
Yeah, I got the email.
Tuesday, April 1st.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
I got one from Charmaine this afternoon, and hers said Wednesday, April the 5th.
Well, that's
so,
right. It's not a Wednesday either.
Yeah, she said, I don't know, she got this one this afternoon.
Well, this is the email I got at 2:50 p.m. this afternoon. It said April 1st, and submission deadline for projects is Wednesday, March 26th. So that's next week.
Okay.
Well, how do we submit these things? I mean, what do we do, just you reply to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So.
Well, I think the
Anyway,
suggestion of pollinator garden is a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too, I had that in mind too.
Because the pollinator garden is at the point where it needs a little spring, beautification.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd bring my weed whacker over there sometime soon.
Yeah, I need to send around a sign-up sheet, but I forgot, but I don't know, do people, I know we have a kind of a regular crew, are weekends best for people? Yeah, like, maybe next Sunday, or something like that? I can email him.
Well,
Yeah.
if Bob
Was
is.
April 5th too far away to wait to
yeah.
have things done?
Yeah, if he's suggesting that,
That's right.
we just might as well leave.
That's true. I guess.
That was younger back
There you go, yeah, hey, no, that would be fine, that's what I think.
Make sure you check the date though, because it did say April 5th, so you need to check and call them to make sure it's not April 1st, April 5th.
Okay.
Because my email said
Yeah.
April 5th.
What day of the week is April 5th?
Saturday.
That's a
That's a
Saturday.
Saturday.
And the first is a Tuesday, you said?
This says, I mean, it's very specific, Tuesday, April 1st, so it's not like they made a mistake and had the wrong
That is the day.
number, but maybe they changed it, maybe it's different, so yeah, I need to confirm
But
that.
you heard April fifth?
She had an email,
The one that I got said Wednesday, April the 5th.
and that's definitely wrong. That's not April
April
the
5th
fifth.
is not a Wednesday.
I don't know, I'm just showing you what the memo said. I have no idea. I can show you the memo.
Well, we don't want
So-
them, we don't want them to just go in there by
Right,
themselves.
no,
That's
we
correct.
definitely,
Yes,
they need
that's
adult
correct.
supervision,
Yeah.
yes.
I need it so.
Okay, yeah.
So you'll be in touch with, you'll let us know what day it actually is?
Yeah, but would Tuesday, the 1st of April work for you?
For me?
That's only about a week away.
Because I feel like you are the person who really knows what to touch and what not to touch and all of that,
Is
so.
that next Tuesday? No,
No,
it's
2 weeks.
Tuesday after that?
Yeah.
yeah,
I could do that, I guess.
okay. Well, I'll check and find out
Okay.
what the dates
Could
are.
other people
Yeah,
do a Tuesday?
okay.
Tuesday after.
And,
Yeah.
oh, I wanted to mention one other thing. I know I'm jumping around here. It's like stream of consciousness.
That's okay. We
Meeting
love you.
management. But just before the meeting started, I got a call from the code enforcement, the Officer Brown, who's over the whole north end of Columbia, and she offered to come to the next meeting and answer questions and that kind of thing. So I'll follow up with her and confirm that. And that brings up the other thing, which is I would love to have your ideas about people who you would like to see invited to meetings in the future. If there are people from specific departments in the city or other sorts of things. I've also been thinking that maybe we might have a night where we invite small business people from the neighborhood to come and just talk about what they do and that sort of thing. But yeah, if you have ideas, let me know, and I'd be happy to put out the invitations.
That's nice.
And actually, I was in touch with Clint Shealy, who's the assistant city manager for the city water, and he told me that he has a little presentation he does, so he'd be happy to come and talk about the water department. So, all right. Let's see, and Deb mentioned following up with the Peak Drift people, and that had slipped off my radar screen, so we need to get back on that. See if we can get them to clean up their act.
Something else, be a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Contribute to the
Yeah. So,
look and feel of North
Right.
End as opposed to being an eyesore.
yes. So Veronica, you got anything for us before we open the floor?
Great information.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Great. You all love Soda City.
We all love Soda City.
Well, guess what? We get an opportunity to vote from now until April 14th. USA Today nominated Soda City Market as one of the best farmers market in the United States. So, we need votes to win. So, you can vote once per day, today through April 14th at noon at 10best.com. That's the way by which Soda City, which of course I agree, is the best. Now everybody in the United States will know it as well.
Can we put that on the board?
We can.
Okay.
Next, who has plans for Friday night?
Oh, no.
Well, if you want game night with Councilwoman Tina Herbert, go on down to Greenview. The Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement will be having game night. So, all ages, board games, cards, and video games, starting at 5:30. So, game night. The Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement.
So is that low stakes or?
High stakes. Come with your big money. No, I'm sure kids will be there. It'll be all in fun, low stakes. Police Services is hiring. The City of Columbia is doing a mass hiring that I want to go ahead and let you all know. But we absolutely positively, if you know of anyone, mechanic-wise, we'll be having a hiring event at Earlwood Park on the 26th from 9 a.m. to 1. So there's a QR code. So, of course, great benefits, as well as the various positions that is needed for fleet services. And then on the 22nd of April is our annual career fair. All the departments in the City of Columbia. Our department is full since we have 3 positions that we filled in December, but all of our departments are hiring. Our fire department is hiring as well. Shine for Shelter Car Wash, yes, with the pollen falling, yes. The Office of Homeless Services will be having a car wash on April 25th from 10 to 2 at Riverfront Park. So monetary donations and all proceeds will go toward direct client services. So here we are, Shine for Shelter Car Wash.
So is that for the mini, the
Pallets?
mini shelters that
Yes,
on the house?
for the pallet.
Yeah.
It is.
Cool. Yeah.
This was suspended, but it is in full force now. The new parking rates that should have officially began on the 3rd, it is now official. The 10th. It was delayed, have a little grace period, grace is over, these rates are valid. So those are the frequently asked questions in regards to that.
I'm glad you did that.
Go ahead.
So how come one deck is free, 24/7? That's what it is. Divine Street deck, 221 Divine Street. So you go to 5 points, the deck is free, 24/7.
Your safety's a
5 points.
The last one.
Yeah, 5 points. When you're parking on that surface lot, they're gonna collect money.
Divine Street.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you park on the surface at 5 points, no.
Oh, they got meters there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, this deck, that's our deck.
Word was free of them.
Yeah, that's our deck.
And if I understand correctly, you're doing away with
That's what
Yes,
we have to have it.
yes.
We have to have what?
An app.
Oh, app.
Now, if you have electronic security on that, if you went down there and you thought, I'm just gonna shop for a little bit, put in an hour, and you decided, you know what, let's go have dinner over here. You couldn't extend the time. You had to literally leave the parking spot, move to another spot, and then
You know what, you're not the first person who said they had difficulty doing that.
you cannot just extend, like, you can't be sitting there at dinner and say, I wanna go to a movie afterwards and extend the time. You literally had to leave that parking spot and go to another one in order to add more time.
Or just pay the $7.
Oh, I'm not paying anything, I work for the city, I'm not gonna spend all my money.
If I set the meter and I put in an hour's worth and I'm only there for 15 minutes, if I pull out, Basil pulls in. If an employee fed meter, he gets the benefit in the 45
Right.
minutes.
Right, they don't like that.
They don't like that.
That's a lot of money.
You know?
Whole lot of changes, you're right.
But if you have,
You know-
it's okay, you don't, how do you?
Yeah. So we're gonna have the kiosk, the kiosks haven't yet been installed, so that's that. It was raining and a whole lot of things, cause that's with a third contract.
The waiver to be in existence.
Well,
for the
nobody-
kiosk been installed.
Nobody ever said life was fair, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's true, that's true.
Legally, enough that they would do that.
Lastly, the Black Expo. Everyone is concerned in regards to making sure people have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. I know it may not seem like it, because if you live more than a mile from a grocery store, you may be like, well, they're not. The Black Expo this year, the theme is Change South Carolina. They have partnered with Prisma Health, and the first 1,500 people that come this year, there's gonna be a chef there. There are a lot of people who say they don't know how to cook using certain fruits and vegetables. Well, you may give them a recipe, but some people need to actually see you do that recipe. So all of this is going to be available, that the first 1,500 people, not only will you get the fresh fruits and vegetables, but there will be chefs there that will be teaching you and showing you how to cook. So it's like a little mini, I look at Guy all the time. I just love for Guy to go around on where he's always cooking. I love when he's doing barbecue, because of course my favorite food is barbecue on the Food Network. So it's gonna be like a little version of having Guy down at the fairground. So once again, fresh fruits and vegetables really truly is important for anyone to have a healthy lifestyle. And so what better way than for an event such as this, partner with Prisma Health, so that we can teach ways that you can cook, because everyone doesn't cook with certain spices, and there are some things that if you want to eat vegan, or if you want to eat with low sodium and things of that nature. So the first 1,500 people, not only will you get fresh fruits and vegetables on that day, but you will also be able to do sampling and testing and tasting from the chefs that will be preparing it that day.
And what's that date?
It is Saturday.
This coming Saturday?
No, Saturday. Look here.
May
All you got time. May 17th. It is the Saturday after Mother's Day. So it's May 17th. May 17th. So save the date. This is a save the date, and more information in the weeks to come. I'll see you all next month.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns?
Thank you. And we are just coming up at 8 o'clock. I want to mention one thing with my hat as the chair of the Climate Protection Action Committee. The City of Columbia's Climate Advisory Board, that we are planning an Earth Day Festival to take place Saturday, April 26th, on Boyd Plaza, which is right next to the, right in front of the Art Museum. And it'll be at the same time as Soda City Market. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have a lot of people. We're planning to have fun and like that. So I'm hoping that you all will come and hang out at Soda City Market and come visit the Earth Day Festival as well. So before we, yes?
Question about the food truck, I wasn't there today.
Yes, I was gonna bring
I
that
don't know
up.
what that is.
They're erratic, I haven't been to Soda City, I wanna know what their stuff looks like on Saturdays at Soda City, because.
It looks a lot better than it does on Monday.
It looks like
I
crap.
gotta say.
I have trouble
Yeah.
sometimes buying anything.
Yeah.
And I asked them how much they were selling, and they told me about $100. That's it.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Well, I asked, last time I was there, might have been last week, I asked the young fella, how's it going today? He said, oh, we've been busy.
And
And
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, because it's hard to see how they sell much out of what's presented.
Right.
But it's, I mean, I've had some really good items out of there.
But it's far and few between, I mean, there was nothing hardly to buy.
Fair.
On the last meeting, I know we talked a little bit about the seminary, And I think Ty said he was going to try to find out, maybe from the mayor or something, where that might be going. I don't know if anybody really knows yet, but.
Yeah. I'll check, I'll follow up on that.
Yeah.
So thanks, yeah. Anything else before we finish up? Jamie?
Hey,
Good
good
to see
afternoon,
you.
everybody. I'm here for the Senator for Tamika. She asked me to ask, is there any concerns for her for the Senate, from your Senator? Tamika Devine, do you have anything for her? She's at another meeting, so she asked could I come through here, and I said, sure. Anything for her? Well, awesome.
Nice to be asked.
So, yeah, exactly, so.
Glad to see you, and I want to tell you,
one.
I really appreciate Senator Devine's opposition to whatever the Senate version of the House Bill 3309 is, which is the giveaway to the electric utilities in this state.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta deep six that one.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. So, anyway.
I will share that with her. I'll share it with her. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to find out whether, Senator, Tamika Devine can check on any funds in the state park and recreation, coffin, to see whether we can start finding out how we can get some monies to put this, fencing on North Main, you know where our playground is. We asked the city about the fencing from here.
So going down, it's on the right-hand side?
Yeah, it goes down to Cartwright.
Okay.
Because the children playing in the park, we don't want them to run out of the park onto Main Street. But in talking with the city, they said they would have to figure out how to get some monies to do that, because they don't have the monies.
Okay.
And they said they need another $30,000 to do something else. But I just want to know whether there's any funding in the state, park and recreation,
For child health and safety.
yeah, to help us out.
All right, I text that to her, and
Okay.
hopefully she'll get back with you,
Okay.
Bob, and get a response back to y'all. One last thing, from the school board, just real quick, if you all can take the online survey, if you've not, we're looking for another superintendent. Dr. Witherspoon is separating from the district, he's retiring, he's going on to do something else. It's been 10 years, he's had a good run, but it's just time for some new blood and time to start over fresh. So the online survey is good until March the 20th, Thursday. So please, ma'am, please, sir, have your voice be heard. We will hopefully by applications close April 30th, May 1st. We go through the month of May doing all the preliminary with the candidates. Then after we do that around June 15th or so, we should hopefully name the top 3, let the community meet those persons. By June 3rd, we should name a new superintendent to start July 1.
Where do you access that?
So what's the app on
If
that?
you go to richland1.org, and it's right on the front page, it says superintendent search, click that box, and please do. We had about 1,900 surveys so far. Our goal was 2,000. We pretty much heard from 29205, 29206, from my understanding. We need to hear from 29203, 29204, 29201 as well. Okay?
Gotta represent.
That's right. Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes,
One more thing, I'm gonna put Tom's market phone number on the board.
Thank you.
So if anybody wants to call and bug
I
them,
just say thank
or
you.
ask if they're coming,
Yeah.
where they are, I've gotten a response before.
Please do, yeah. Yeah, I've gotta poke Larry a little bit there.
Hot dog, I like it.
All right, anything else?
What day did you say the Earth Day Festival was?
26th of April,
26th of April.
yeah. Earth Day is actually April 22nd, but 26th is a Saturday. The previous Saturday is too close to Easter, so 26th is what we decided on. So,
We need to replenish the soil in the garden. Do we need to, make a motion, or we just need to talk with
we've got money
Elizabeth?
for that, don't we? I believe we do.
We got grant money that we need to spend.
Yeah, so I don't think we
just
need
talk
any
with
permission, I
Elizabeth.
think we just need to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll talk with Elizabeth. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody, and I'm glad that, things didn't completely train wreck today. So,
You did good.
Great first meeting.
Time on the, whatever it is, the 21st of April, I believe. So, yeah. Have a good month.
So we have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
I know.